Hey guys, Anthony and Laci here for DNews. You've got brothers and sisters, right? Did you guys get along?
Yeah. Kinda.
Kind of?
Depends on the day, really.
All right, well, my sister and I got along pretty consistently, but I still kind of dreamed of being an only child as a kid.
Too, yes.
Sorry, Amanda. It just seemed like an easier life because there's like, you don't have to share toys, there's like a lot of bickering, there's a lot of compromising. But later on in life, we all learn that having siblings makes you a more well-adjusted adult, right? No, not really. There are definitely a lot of advantages to having brothers and sisters, even though siblings can have as many as 6 to 10 arguments an hour.
And can we just point out that it's not an exaggeration? I was asking Anthony about this, and he said that they've actually studied it. Every 6 minutes, some siblings will argue.
On the dot when it came to me and my sister. And while it can be exhausting for kids and parents, those arguments actually help kids to build conflict resolution skills. Yeah. So they learn to talk things out, they learn to have empathy for people on the other side of an argument. They also learn that you can argue with someone and the relationship can still be safe, which helps with honesty, negotiation, and compromise later on in life.
Having an opposite sex sibling can also help an opposite sex love life down the road because they can have more open and honest access to the opposite sex in their relationships. It makes them feel more understanding and less intimidated by them. So if you've got any game at all, you can thank your very first wingman when you're home for the holidays this
I was
month.
not her very first wingman. A study on kindergartners with no siblings actually showed that they had less self-control and scored lower on social skills like cultivating interpersonal relationships. So does that mean that only children are doomed to social ineptitude? Nah, man, it's just kindergarten. Everybody's like eating paste in kindergarten. You don't have to worry about anything. While they may initially score lower in that stuff, researchers say the difference isn't crazy and that kids can catch up pretty fast. They all learn the same social skills, they just learn it through different networks of people.
Right, yeah, the whole idea that an only child is lonely and spoiled and bad at making friends came from an 1896 study by a psychologist named Granville Stanley. The study had some serious flaws in it. In fact, it was pretty much thrown out the window right away, but it just sort of stuck in everyone's head. And now we just picture only children as a bunch of little Veruca Salts.
Granville Stanley is such a trustworthy name, though.
I know, it does sound really official.
There are actually some serious advantages to being an only child, actually. For instance, siblings tend to pick up and fuel each other's bad behavior. So on the extreme end of the scale, a girl whose older sister is a teen mom is actually 4 times more likely than average to wind up a teen mom herself.
Right, and it can go the other way too, where kids try to be as different from their siblings as they can, sometimes at the risk of their own talents and identities. A kid might give up soccer because that's their older sister's thing, even though they are actually really amazing at soccer. Also, if a kid grows up thinking their siblings are their parents' favorite, this is a funny one, they're more likely to be jealous and suspicious in romantic relationships.
Way to go, Amanda. So what's the best number of kids to have? There's no real answer. Psychologists used to think that having too many siblings could lower your IQ or stunt you emotionally, but that theory's been thrown out the window as they've run new studies. In the end, it may not matter much, but I'd like to recommend having a lot of them and spacing them out so they can raise one another, because delegation is the key to any efficiently run organization.
I agree with that. I think I'm gonna go with that strategy. So guys, let us know what arrangement you think is best, only child, or would you rather have some siblings in the picture? We will be reading your thoughts in the comment section.
And do not forget to subscribe to catch our next DNews update. We'll see you next time.